At the 72-hour mark, deep into a prolonged fast, something truly profound happens inside your body. It's not just about feeling hungry anymore. It's about a complete internal reset. Right now, as you listen to this, if you were in that state, your cells would be in full-blown regenerative mode. They'd be breaking down old, damaged components, recycling them, and building brand new ones. This isn't a gentle nudge. It's a full-scale biological renovation happening at a microscopic level every single second. I remember the first time I hit that 72-hour mark. There was a moment, a quiet internal shift where the initial discomfort faded into a strange clarity. It wasn't a sudden burst of energy, but more like the static on a radio finally clearing, revealing a crisp, clear signal. My body, which I had often taken for granted, was working tirelessly, efficiently, without me consciously directing it. It was like watching a master craftsman meticulously repair a delicate machine. Only the machine was me, and the craftsman was my own biology. There's a subtle, almost silent awe that washes over you when you realize the sheer intelligence embedded within your own system, a wisdom that far surpasses any diet fad or quick fix. We often fear what we don't understand, and for so long I had feared the idea of not eating, associating it with weakness or deprivation. But in that moment, the fear was replaced by a deep respect for the body's incredible capacity to heal itself. It wasn't about willpower anymore. It was about stepping aside and letting nature do its work. The body, in its wisdom, begins to rebuild what was once broken. It's an ancient mechanism wired into our DNA, a survival strategy now rediscovered as a powerful health tool. But how exactly does your body get to this point? What specific steps lead to such a dramatic cellular overhaul? What is the precise protocol that unlocks this profound transformation? Before we dive into the journey that leads to this incredible state, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more insights like this. And tell us in the comments below where you're watching from. We love connecting with all of you. To truly understand the power of that 72-hour mark, we have to rewind. My life wasn't always one of mindful eating or a deep appreciation for cellular health. For years, my daily routine was a perfect storm of metabolic chaos. Mornings started with a rushed coffee and a sugary pastry, if I even managed breakfast. Lunch was often a sad desk salad, or more frequently, something greasy from the nearest fast food place, scarfed down between emails. Dinner was usually late, heavy, and followed by mindless snacking in front of the TV. Processed foods were a staple, convenience was king, and the idea of what my cells were doing was as foreign as quantum physics. I lived with a constant hum of low-grade discomfort. Energy levels were a roller coaster, a brief spike after caffeine, followed by a steep, inevitable crash around 3 p.m. Brain fog was my unwelcome companion, making it hard to focus, to recall simple facts, or to feel truly present. Digestive issues were just normal, or so I thought, accepting regular bloating and discomfort as part of life. I had no real understanding of metabolic function, let alone the intricate dance of hormones and enzymes that kept my body running. My knowledge of cellular health was practically zero. I just ate when I was hungry, and even when I wasn't, often out of habit or boredom. The tension slowly built, almost imperceptibly at first. I'd feel sluggish after almost every meal, not satisfied, but weighted down. The midday energy crash wasn't just a slight dip, it was a wall I hit daily, leaving me reaching for more coffee or another sugary treat, perpetuating the cycle. Trying to concentrate on work became a battle, my mind wandering, unable to latch onto tasks. My body kept sending signals, subtle at first, then louder. Persistent fatigue, despite getting what seemed like enough sleep, became the norm. Unexplained weight gain crept up, adding to the feeling of being out of control. Minor aches and pains in my joints, my back, became constant companions, dismissed as just getting older. I tried all the usual advice. Eat less, move more, cut carbs, eat clean. But nothing stuck. Nothing offered a lasting solution. The frustration mounted. Each failed attempt chipped away at my resolve. I'd start a new diet with enthusiasm, only to fall back into old patterns within weeks, feeling worse than before. These small moments of self-doubt began to accumulate, leaving me feeling trapped in an unhealthy cycle. There was a subtle erosion of confidence in my own body, a growing belief that it was somehow broken, unable to heal itself or respond to my efforts. I looked at myself in the mirror and saw someone who was tired, sluggish, and not living up to their potential. The increasing awareness that my current habits were detrimental, actively harming me, led to a quiet desperation for change. I knew I couldn't continue down that path, but I had no idea how to break free. The conventional wisdom simply wasn't working. I needed something different, something radical, something that spoke to the root cause, not just the symptoms. It was this growing sense of unease, this quiet yearning for a real solution, that eventually led me down a path I never expected to take. A path that promised not just weight loss, but a complete cellular reset. It was in this state of quiet desperation that I stumbled upon the concept of prolonged fasting and its profound cellular benefits, particularly autophagy. It wasn't a sudden epiphany, more like a slow dawning after countless hours spent researching, poring over scientific papers, and watching documentaries. The idea that my body, given the right conditions, could actually clean house, recycle old damaged cells, and essentially rejuvenate itself felt revolutionary. My initial skepticism was strong, ingrained from years of being told to eat 3 square meals a day, but it was mixed with a powerful current of hope. The decision to commit to a 3-day fast wasn't made lightly. It involved careful planning, mental preparation, and a deep dive into what I now call the protocol. This wasn't about starving myself. It was about strategically activating my body's innate healing mechanisms. My protocol started days before the fast, focusing on hydration and electrolyte balance. I learned about the importance of magnesium, potassium, and sodium to prevent unpleasant side effects. Mental preparation was key too. I visualized the cellular repair happening, reminding myself why I was doing this. When the time came, I had a step-by-step guide. Plenty of water, mineral water, and a pinch of sea salt if needed. The first 12 hours of the fast were surprisingly manageable. My body was still burning through its glycogen stores, the readily available sugar. Hunger pangs were mild, more a habit than a true need. I kept busy, drank water, and focused on work. Between hours 12 and 24, things started to shift. My glycogen was largely depleted, and my body began initiating ketosis, switching to burning fat for fuel. I felt a mild hunger, but also a surprising sense of mental clarity. It was like a fog lifting, a subtle but noticeable sharpening of my focus. Between 24 and 48 hours, the real magic began. Autophagy, the cellular self-cleaning process, was activating in full force. My body was breaking down old, damaged cell components and recycling them. I felt a deeper sense of ketosis, a steady, calm energy. There were moments of genuine hunger, yes, but they were fleeting and manageable. I found myself feeling lighter both physically and mentally. The cellular repair processes were intensifying, working silently in the background. The period from 48 to 72 hours was the peak. Significant autophagy was happening, and I could almost feel my body regenerating. Stem cell regeneration was boosted, and growth hormone levels increased, aiding in muscle preservation. This was the deep, cellular cleansing I had read about. I navigated this final stretch with a sense of purpose. I had overcome the initial challenges, managed the hunger, and was now experiencing an unexpected mental and physical uplift. Completing the fast wasn't a struggle, it was a triumph, a profound act of self-care and a demonstration of my body's incredible biological mastery. The feeling post-fast was one of profound renewal. I wasn't just physically lighter, my mind was sharper, my energy levels stable and sustained. The brain fog was gone, replaced by a clarity I hadn't experienced in years. My relationship with food had fundamentally shifted. I ate consciously, appreciating every bite, no longer driven by mindless cravings or emotional triggers. I developed a newfound appreciation for metabolic flexibility, understanding that my body could effortlessly switch between fuel sources. Fasting isn't a magic bullet, but it's a powerful tool that, when combined with sustainable lifestyle changes, can unlock incredible potential. The body is not merely a vessel, it is a symphony of resilience, constantly striving for harmony, if only we learn to listen.